Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. This is Hunter here. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. If you're a Patriots fan, which if you are, you're a terrible person. I'm I'm Hunter, and I'm here with Colin. Colin, my friend, how you doing, sir?
Super Bowl Sunday.
God,
I'm doing well, except for the fact that Tom Brady apparently now has the most Super Bowl championships of all time.
yeah, I just, God, Tom.
Like, what are we to do? What are we to do now? Like, this is a terrible thing.
It really is, and like we don't talk sports a lot on here, but Tom Brady, no good cheating douchebag. Him and Belichick, they now have count them, five goddamn Super Bowl championships to their names, which means they have Brady's won the most all time by a quarterback. Which let me take a sip of booze here because that just hurt my throat and mouth to say. Ugh. It's depressing, man, and you know what sucks? Like, and I'll never say this again, and maybe it's the weed talking and the booze, but I respect Tom Brady's talent. I really do. Like I will give the man props from a talent perspective, but he's such a tool. Like, I can't like the dude. So I know. I even told Colin off mic. I was like, I won't be watching ESPN or Fox Sports all week because I don't want to hear all the sports networks just blowing Brady all week. He's the best quarterback ever. Woo! Like, this is a celebration of the American dream. I can't stand Tom Brady. So, fuck the Patriots. I don't care. I will never give Tom Brady credit for this. Matt Ryan, you should be ashamed of yourself. God damn it, Falcons. You had it. You had it. The game was yours, and you fucked it up. Just, alright. Colin, any last thoughts on the Super Bowl?
It was a huge bummer that the Falcons gave up such a huge lead. I think Matt Ryan played a pretty decent game. Like, Julio Jones and Devontae Freeman were awesome in the first half. I think the second half, I don't know, they got out coached, they got outplayed, they were intimidated. I don't know, the second half was really bad. So, a lot of it goes on Matt Ryan's shoulders. Yeah. He fucked up. He could have just kept getting first downs. He didn't. He let Tom Brady come back on him, and Tom Brady does what he does. So, that sucks. But we are here to talk about some new trailers.
Yeah,
is that not correct?
Yeah, oh man, so there were so many pretty damn awesome trailers. I was pretty surprised there wasn't a Wonder Woman trailer, to be totally honest. I
didn't see one of those.
Yeah, I thought this was a really good opportunity for DC to be like, hey, this will come out in June, and nothing. A little disappointed on that, actually.
I saw some Mark Wahlberg, doing his Transformers thing.
Okay, since you brought it up, let's start there. You know what I thought after I saw that Transformers trailer, Colin?
This looks fucking horrible.
Yeah,
is that what you thought?
Basically, yeah. What I actually thought verbatim was, I don't thoughts verbatim. How'd that make sense? I'm a little sorry after I said that. I was like, can your thoughts not? Okay, but anyways, good job, Hunter. But
I got you.
Yeah, but what I honestly thought after watching this was, wow, I don't give a shit about these movies, like, at all. And I wasn't even a fan of the first one, which is still the best one, which is not saying much. But, Mark Wahlberg, with his long, edgy hair, and Anthony Hopkins, Sir Anthony Hopkins, I apologize, being dragged in this shit, playing, it looks like a historian who's, like, studied the Transformers, and I don't give a shit. I just know we're gonna have to review it, and I'm gonna be really sad talking about it.
And of course they're like promoting it during Tom Brady's comeback, like for his 5th championship type. Like everyone in New England's gonna go see like Marky Mark's new fucking Transformers movie. Like, it's gonna be wicked awesome, you know what I'm saying? Like all these fucking New Englanders, like, no offense if you're a New Englander, but, like, fuck you. Like, you're gonna go see this shit. Like, you know you are, and you're gonna love it, because it's like, dude, Marky Wahlberg, dude.
It's true, man, and I think for Transformers, these movies started off on such a bad note, and Michael Bay has been a big component on that. You know, I know he's worked on obviously part of the story, you know, and he's been the director for all these movies, and I should love these movies. These should be like Pacific Rim every year. Like, they really should be. Like, that's how
Pacific Rim is a gem.
Oh, Pacific Rim is
like a beautiful, wonderful movie.
Pacific Rim is way better than the Transformers movies. Like, don't get me wrong, but what I'm saying is that we should have that feeling we had when we saw Pacific Rim every year from these Transformers movies, or every couple years.
If they were done like well, like, honestly, I don't see why any Transformers movie wouldn't be just as good as, or if not better than, like, the way Guillermo del Toro did his movie, like, big monster movie, you know?
Yeah, I don't know, man. In the movies, they kill me. They really do, because I go into them and I'm watching them and I'm like, okay, maybe this will be the one where Michael Bay gets it right. And no. And the last one, Age of Extinction, pardon me, that wasn't good either, and it added Mark Wahlberg, you know, in the classic line, "Babe, I think I just found a Transformer. Fuck you."
It's babe.
Yeah. I really only prefer Mark Wahlberg when he's talking to animals. That's the only time I like my Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, say hi to your mother for me.
Yeah, it's still one of the best things SNL's ever done. Now I'm gonna talk to a goat.
Now I'm gonna talk to a goat.
No, I love that. He's like, "Hey, goat, how's it going? I was in Max Payne. Did you see that movie?"
Yeah. Yeah. I had a prosthetic dick in Dirt when I was Dirk Diggler. Did you see that movie? All right, say hi to your mother for me.
Oh my god, so good. Like, that's so bad. Yeah, it's a terrible movie. It's really bad. Just, I don't know, man. Like, they should be good movies, and they're not. So, I know you Transformers fans, you're holding out hope that this will be the one. It won't be. It'll be dog shit just like the other ones, and
yeah.
And you'll be like that kid that 5-year-old on Christmas who opens up his gifts wanting a Nintendo Switch, and you get socks, and you're just gonna go.
Oh,
like
that'd be so sad.
Yeah, it would be, and that's what Transformers fans are gonna get. In June, or I think it's June this comes out.
What about all the kids that are really, like, big fans of X-Men, and they're getting a brand new R-rated Logan movie? What do you think about that?
So, yeah, let's talk about the fact that, man, talk about a haunting version of Amazing Grace, which worked so well for this trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've said this is I believe actually we haven't done a list for this. We probably should in the next couple weeks, but this is easily my top 3 for most anticipated films of this year. I
think this is my number 1.
Really?
I can't think of anything I'm more anticipating more. Maybe Guardians of the Galaxy 2, but, like, honestly, like, Logan, like, the way that this trailer played out, and the trailer beforehand when it was playing, 9 Inch Nails' song "Hurt," performed by Johnny Cash.
Yes,
like, that's a fantastic trailer. And now I'm seeing that it's going to be rated R. Like, this is going to be like, like Deadpool. Like everything's out the window as far as, like, what you can and cannot do. I mean, it's rated R at this point. Like, just like, they're just letting shit go. Like, let's do this. Like, I'm excited to see where this movie goes.
Yeah, I am too. I will fully admit. And, yeah, you see Hugh Jackman, like, he still looks cut, but not overly cut like he was in the Wolverine movies. He looks aged, and we'll never.
He's never been in a movie rated R as Wolverine.
No, and Colin, you know me. I've been the one campaigning for a rated R Logan movie for fucking ever. And while the Wolverine is a pretty good film, I think until the last third, for me, I did want it to have more edge, and
that one was like almost rated R.
It was as close as they could get to R without making it R. And I think the biggest thing about Wolverine is that his power is to cut people and stab them, so it's difficult to depict that in a PG-13 setting. This already looks very mature and very much like a Western, which is what Old Man Logan is, which this is somewhat based off of. So I'm pumped for Logan. It looks great.
I'm really excited about the rated R. It means that like you don't know what the hell you're in for. Like when I realized that Daredevil with Ryan Reynolds, or not Daredevil, fucking like Deadpool. When Deadpool was rated R with Ryan Reynolds, I was very excited, and that movie definitely like delivered.
Yes, it did.
So it's exciting to watch a comic book movie where with a character like Wolverine that I love so much. Like I love Wolverine throughout the cartoons, the comic books, the movies, like throughout everything. Like I'm a big Wolverine fan. I love playing with him as in Marvel vs. Capcom. Like I love Wolverine.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so like. And, there's literally never been any other, like, real-life actor that's played Wolverine other than, Hugh, Jackman. So, like, let's get the R-rated version out there, and let's do it upright for the finale. Let's do it. So, like, I'm ready. Like, I hope it's awesome. I hope it's, like, really, really good. And I feel like it really can be very, very good. But, like, hopefully it's not, bad. But, like, I feel like I have high hopes right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I hope it's good. I really do. And the thing is, X-Men, the movies have been so hit and miss. I actually am going to do a podcast on this. I was going to mention at the end of this video, I'm going to have a podcast on why the X-Men movies actually suck, most of them. I'm going to have a very in-depth podcast about that, starring yours truly, so look forward to that this weekend. But the thing about Logan is that it needed to be rated R, and it does look gritty, it looks grimy. This is the first time I've seen Patrick Stewart look old, and to be totally honest, it kind of made me sad. I was sitting there thinking, oh my god, Patrick Stewart looks like an old man. I've never seen that, because Patrick Stewart, I don't think, is capable of aging. So it's crazy to see him, looking feeble and everything in this state, and seeing Hugh Jackman look like still buff, but not, in his normal Wolverine shape. Like, you can tell his regenerative, pardon me, that's kind of getting the spoiler territory. Never mind, I'll leave that to myself. But yeah, this looks fantastic. So, jumping ahead to a movie that would probably be in my top, it's in my top, like, 6, maybe top 5 most anticipated films for this year, and you might be surprised by this, Colin. It's Baywatch, man. I'm so pumped for
Baywatch.
Yeah, I'm so excited for Baywatch.
Dude, The Rock.
Yeah, Dwayne Johnson, baby. Just
yeah, Zac Efron. Let's get it.
You know what's crazy though? I don't think Zac Efron gets enough credit for being as good of a comedic actor.
Just being a hard-bodied, young boy.
Yeah, well, whenever I think about Zac Efron, I definitely get hard myself. But
dude, him and The Rock, honestly, they're gonna be the best. Just versions of the Baywatch bro, don't you think? They're gonna be awesome.
No, Zac Efron is the definition of a Baywatch bro, which is why he's so perfect for this. It really felt like someone went, hey, we've seen how you are were Neighbors and Neighbors 2. We're just gonna take that character, change his name, and put you in Baywatch. Does that work for you? Totally. All right, sweet bro. And
I think I've been a big supporter recently of The Rock as well. Like I love Dwayne Johnson. I love fucking dude. Ballers, great show. I love San Andreas, amazing movie. I'm just a big fan of The Rock in general. I think he does nothing but gold. So I'm gonna be first in line for Baywatch for sure.
I'll tell you right now, this will probably be one of those movies I get drunk with a couple coworkers on Thursday night and go see that right after work and just go, fuck yeah, Baywatch, let's get it,
Baywatch!
It looks fun at the very least. When Zac Efron goes, "You people," I was laughing my ass off. I was like, well done, sir. And then you get to see him rip off the pants and got American Speedo. Thank you. God, you have
thank God.
Yeah, let me give you my $9.50 now. But it looks fun. And then Alexandra Daddario, who of course is his daughter in San Andreas, who was in True Detective, and is just a goddess. God,
she got them tiggle bitty.
Yeah, she. I love you. That was perfect. Yeah, she is not bad to look at. So
she gets buck ass naked and starts riding Woody Harrelson in True Detective. No big deal.
Yeah, lucky Woody. Yeah, I'm sure Woody had what would you say? Woody after that thing.
No one would say that.
What are we talking about? I think every
low hanging fruit.
Oh, come on.
I still love you.
Oh, but yeah, love you.
Yeah. She's not bad to look at, and good on her for getting this role. She clearly her, The Rock, the whole production studio. I'm sure they're all friends. She's obviously in with some good people. And she is very attractive. So stick with the Zac Efron Dwayne Johnson crowd, because they know how to make movies where. You don't have to act that well. You just have to look attractive.
It's very true. I still think one of my favorite one-liners in recent memory is in San Andreas when him and Carla Gugino are parasail down off of some building or whatever, and they land at AT&T Stadium, and he looks her right in the eye and goes, "It's been a while since I've been at third base with you. I went brilliant." It was fucking brilliant. Give this guy the Blockbuster Movie Award right now.
Yeah. She was there's hundreds of thousands of people dying all around us, and he's like, "Well, this is the last time I got to third base with you." And she was just yeah, I'm gonna suck that D.
Yeah, she probably did. Yeah, he probably
looking on that Rock style.
Yeah. I love how much you love San Andreas. You love San Andreas.
I love The Rock. I love Dwayne Johnson. He's honestly one of my childhood heroes. I love him. It's the same reason why I feel Broken Skull Ranch, that show, is perfect. There's nothing wrong with that show. It's a perfect show. I'll watch every episode of that. I'll watch every movie that The Rock does. These guys are impervious to any criticism from me ever. These guys are the best. I mean, if they did something truly awful that was just you couldn't help but just diss it, that'd be one thing. But honestly, San Andreas, you can make fun of it if you want, but if you do, honestly, you deserve to get your ass kicked, because that movie is just it's just fun. It's not meant to be a thoughtful, intelligent movie. It's just supposed to be an action thriller. Everybody's scared of natural disasters. Let's just make one on the big screen. But also let's have The Rock be able to just out do it. He's just yeah, bring it, fucking earthquake. I'm just gonna beat you because I'm The Rock and save my family. And just damn, man, The Rock could beat anything. He beat an earthquake. He probably beat a hurricane. You don't know.
Yeah. Well, he could rock you like one. But Boom.
Just laying up softballs for you.
Yeah, seriously.
Hit out of the park. I love it.
What can I say? You have no idea the biggest smile I got when you said that. I was like, ooh, setup, but...
And that's why you listen to the real Pineapple.
But, so, there are two more I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about, I think another movie franchise starring The Rock that you've become a fan of. We're talking about the next Fast and Furious movie, The Fate of the Furious, which...
Yeah, I saw that one.
So... It's funny, I got into this big argument with one of my friends, and she was talking about how I don't like the Marvel movies, I think they're too far-fetched, and da-da-da-da, and I basically told her, you're the worst human being ever, and, as you would. But she loves the Fast and Furious movies. I just started laughing in her face, and she went, what? And I had to tell her, the Fast and Furious movies are the same thing as Marvel movies, except the Marvel movies are a little more realistic because they've gotten to the point of superhero. You remember Michelle Rodriguez's character? She got killed in like the fourth one, I think, and they wrote around it. And then,
exactly.
And then the last one, I think it's Owen Shaw, who's a Jason Statham's character, gets buried underneath a freeway overpass, and he's back somehow.
They all just end up coming back.
Yeah, it's like Chaos Emeralds, They just give them Chaos Emerald, and they're back in the movie franchise, whatever. But it's hilarious at this point. I will give the movie credit for one thing, and it's going to be bullshit, but Don Turturro, I think is his name, played, of course, by Vin Diesel. They're making him actually look like he's gonna be a bad guy for a good portion of the movie, and I must admit that intrigues me. So what do you kind of think about this trailer? Like, what are you kind of feeling about this movie?
I mean, I think for the longest time, we've had Paul Walker. So it's kind of a bummer that we're going into this like new era of like the non-Paul Walker movie, but like we obviously just had one where it was he wasn't through the whole thing. I don't know. I love The Rock. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, The Rock can do whatever he wants. Like, I don't like what's your opinion of Vin Diesel? Like, where would you put Vin Diesel on like a dude that you're just like, I need to see his next movie?
Unless Vin Diesel is voicing a tree, I don't give a shit. To be totally honest, I really don't. He's always been one of those. I remember even seeing the first Fast and Furious, thinking this is dumb. And I remember I saw that was in. Oh my God, we were at Judkins when that came out. I think I was 13 when I saw. Good God, these movies been going on that long. But
wow.
But I remember sitting there thinking, there's no reason for this world to exist. There's no reason why you guys both wouldn't be killed. And so the fact we're on the 8th one, 8 of these, good God, I guess 9 technically if you count Tokyo Drift, so 8 or 9 of these fucking movies, and they're still going strong. I always liked seeing Paul Walker in these movies. I don't think Paul Walker was a good actor, but I don't know, for some reason his charm and everything just kind of shone through in these movies. I don't know what it was.
I'm hoping Paul Walker ends up showing up. That'd be great. But the whole him dying thing, it doesn't make it promising.
Well, yeah, I mean, he'll show up if they go by a cemetery or something like that. Then he'll totally be what? It's true. God, don't shoot, don't burn the messenger. I mean, shoot the messenger. I
feel like I wanted that joke to come off lighter, but it just turned out to be really dark. Yeah. So anyway, like. Paul Walker's family, condolences, we love him.
He would have made a great Human Torch. Sorry.
Yeah. I think final thoughts about this trailer. I'm not very excited for it.
Really? I'm surprised.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, and you know what? You say that, and I know why you would say it in that way. I normally kind of like these movies. But, I don't know if I'm very excited for this one. Yeah, I'm gonna, I really am, I'm sad that Paul Walker's gone, it's a bummer, that these movies keep getting made. I'm just these are Paul Walker's movies. But, it has The Rock, it has Vin Diesel, it has like everything. Like, I don't know. We'll see, I guess. But I'm not very excited. I guess I'm not very excited yet.
So I gotta admit, the last thing I'll say before I move on to the last trailer I really want to talk about is Tyrese is driving the car and they like drag him underwater. And, of course, if you took a shot whenever they say brother or family in any of these movies, you'd kill yourself. But I love that line where Rock goes, "I got you, brother," and he like ejects him from the car, and Tyrese is using the door of the car. Like, it's ridiculous, don't get me wrong, but the way they did the stunt, I went, you know what? I'm kind of excited for this. So I hope it's good. They added Oscar winner Charlize Theron, which is pretty fucking impressive. So she's playing the main villain, the bad girl, the main villain. Charlize Theron, I'm sure she's a bad girl. Sorry. Anyways, but she's in this bollocks now. So I'm excited for this. I hope it's good. I'm sure it'll be, a B- early matinee, movie. Sure won't be anything I remember in a year, but I'm excited for it. So the last trailer, well, I guess there's technically two, but I'll talk about this real quick. The new Pirates of the Caribbean movie, I think it's going to suck. What about you?
Yeah, fuck that movie.
Yeah, it's going to be bad. It's Johnny Depp.
It's gonna be like dog shit. Like, I haven't seen the last two. Like, fuck them.
Yeah. I'm so happy to hear you say that. Now I will give them this much. Using again,
Don't give them shit.
No, hear me out. Them at least using another Johnny Cash song. I thought set the mood for the movie pretty cool, but I'm just sitting there thinking it's going to be the same shit over and over, and I don't care. So I don't expect it to be good. I mean,
fuck it.
So we get to the last trailer, which I think was my favorite trailer of the whole Super Bowl. By the way, the John Wick Chapter 2 trailer, that comes out. I don't really count that because that comes out Friday. But
yeah, John Wick looks dope.
But I love how they totally made fun of 50 Shades Darker, and they said, flipping something the shade darker, and you see him shooting people. I'm like, fuck yeah! I'm so ready for John Wick Chapter 2.
Sadly, I'm still gonna be seeing the fucking piece of shit, like,
I will too.
Darker movie.
I will too. Trust me, I won't be happy about it, but I want to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. This shit, I love that they gave you just enough to kind of get your appetite wet. Didn't give you, like, very much like with the very first movie, the first trailer they put out with, I've Got a Feeling behind it. It really didn't tell you shit, and it was just...
The Uka Chukka.
Yeah. Still to this day, one of my favorite trailers, but I love the fact they didn't really give anything away as far as the movie is concerned. Just a lot of little, quick cuts here and there. I'm excited, though. I really am just giddy about this movie so much. So I'll just say Rocket looks amazing. I love the little upgrades now, how they're kind of rocking like a dark blue, how they kind of evolved the costumes. I love Michael Rooker, who of course was on The Walking Dead as a Yondu. I love him. Baby Groot, I hate Disney for this, but I've already fallen through the trap. The fact that Groot, is baby now, and they're going to sell so many goddamn plush toys of that fucking little baby Groot, and I'm going to be right in line, a grown-ass man, buying one. Oh my god, I have a baby Groot doll! Like, I already know it's happening. I can't fight it.
Yeah.
But...
Can I read you a couple things that I was excited about reading earlier today about the movie?
Please.
Okay. So I was reading the cast list, and a couple kind of caught my eye that I was really excited about, and I thought I would just say their names in succession real quick, just to give you all a little bit of listening pleasure.
Go ahead, please.
So the first, playing a character named Ego, Kurt Russell. Oh.
Yeah, I won't spoil it because it's something in the comics, so I will keep it to myself. But that character's important, I'll just say that.
Okay, so another character played by an actor we're all fond of that has a particular fantastic role in a sci-fi film or sci-fi TV series is an actor playing a character, Simon Williams Nathan Fillion.
I love Nathan Fillion. He's a wonderful man.
Yeah. And then the last guy that I saw that I was really excited about being in the movie is Adrian. It's
Stallone.
Little Slice Stallone. Yes. Sylvester Stallone.
I love your Stallone. But
Adrian!
Perfect.
Sylvester Stallone, dude, just like First Blood, like just killing it in this movie.
First Blood is a great movie, though. To be fair,
the best, fucking Rambo, bro.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm really excited for the next Guardians of the Galaxy. I couldn't be more excited. Like, fuck, this universe that they created and all the characters, voice acting, like everything's awesome. Like, I'm so stoked.
Yeah, I'm pretty high. After we get off of here, I might get off. I might have to put on Volume 1 now I think about it,
Oh yeah.
Because that's a great high movie. That and Scott Pilgrim are probably two of my favorite high movies. Just because because it's got bright colors and shit. Fucking love it. It's all comic book stuff. I'm pumped for this, man. James Gunn clearly knows what he's doing, and if you guys have never seen Super, you definitely should watch Super. It's a fantastic movie. But yeah, James Gunn, he gets this universe that he's helped set up with the Guardians, and I'm very intrigued where they're gonna go as far as really what they're going to do going forward with this movie and with this series. And they've already confirmed that actually it's not really spoil. I'm going to keep that. I won't say that, but just know that the Guardians are amazing, and this movie may end up being the best comic book film of the year. And it's got Logan, it's got Wonder Woman.
I don't know, Logan.
I know,
I'd be the best.
I know, but I'm just saying, man.
I'm real excited for Logan.
I'm real excited for Logan too. I will say before we wrap up here, okay, that sounded weird. No Spider-Man Homecoming trailer. That kind of bummed me out a little bit. I know we just got...
Yeah, there was nothing about Spider-Man.
Yeah, nothing about Spider-Man, nothing about Wonder Woman. The Ghost... okay, you know what, actually, I'll ask you, because I know you're a bigger anime aficionado than I am. Have you seen Ghost in the Shell before?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I know... I've seen Ghost in the Shell. It's one of the most... classic anime, cinematic experiences. I'll put it that way. It's this beautiful, anime movie. Action-packed. It was kind of people say it was the influence of The Matrix to begin with. Because it came out before, the Wachowski brothers, now Wachowski brother and sister, came up with The Matrix. The Ghost in the Shell was out there. So, The Ghost in the Shell is this very classic movie. I've seen it. I saw it a long time ago. I've seen it a couple times since. I'm very interested to see how this turns out with Scarlett Johansson, and I'm excited. I'm excited, but I'm also cautiously kind of enthusiastic. I put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, I do remember seeing Ghost in the Shell a while ago, so I'm somewhat familiar with it. I will say I know that again. I'm decent with my anime knowledge, but But I know that you especially have just watched a lot more than I have.
No, I actually I used to there was a phase where I was super into anime, and the things that I was told to watch was you got to watch Akira, which is this crazy anime movie. It was this guy riding this speed bike. You got to watch Ghost in the Shell. You gotta watch anime series Cowboy Bebop, because that's fucking shit. You gotta watch a little bit of I watched Bleach. That was a big one for me. And then you gotta watch all the Hayao Miyazaki, he's the Japanese Disney guy, right? Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away, all his stuff. So I've had my tour of the Japanese culture, movies and anime. So I know Ghost in the Shell is a big one. I know it's a big one. So America taking it on, having Scarlett Johansson, take the reins. Like we're gonna see if it's good or not. But like I have high hopes because it's a great story. So as long as they don't fuck the story up, we'll see.
It's gonna be interesting, and I will say that's definitely in one of those movies. I know I heard from a lot of people say, "Oh my God, you have to watch this! You have to watch this." So I'm curious how it's going to go ahead and
Yeah.
and end up. And yeah, you're right as far as like spirit. Oh my God, I can't pronounce his name, but yeah, Miyazaki or.
Yeah, Hayao
Thank
Miyazaki.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Japanese.
Yeah, Kiki's Delivery Service is one of my favorite
Right.
animated movies of all time.
He did that
I
one.
fucking love that movie so much. He's great. So I'm curious how they're gonna handle this. If the way we adapt Japanese horror is any indication, this movie will not be very good. So I hope that's not the case. And say what you will about Scarlett Johansson, people went out and saw Lucy, and that was insane. And I know it's not,
Right.
and people went out in droves and made that a hit. So
Yeah.
she has.
Well, like there's a lot of like Japanese horror films that have become big hits, like The Ring, The Grudge.
True.
Like a lot of those movies were all Japanese horror films, and then they got remade into American films, and they all made money. So I mean, it's not impossible for Japanese culture to translate over and make money.
Yeah, so I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see how they go ahead and kind of adapt it. It's such a passionate fan base about the project. I hope they do right by the fans on this, cause
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Yeah.
so. Again, I hope it turns out well. I really do. But yeah, we'll see. That comes out in March, so we only have like a month. And
Yeah, that'll be a really interesting movie to see how they do it.
yeah, so
That's kind of like when they did what was it Old Boy. They remade Old Boy. What's his name? Josh Brolin, I think, right?
Yeah, Spike Lee directed it. Yeah.
Yeah, Spike Lee directed it. Josh Brolin, like, like it was like its own version of like it's the fucked up story, but I mean it was still like it wasn't quite as fucked up as like the original like crazy like Korean.
It wasn't even close. They nerfed the shit out of it. So
yeah. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah. So hopefully it's good. But guys, thank you so much for listening. What was your favorite Super Bowl spot? Let us know in the comments. You can follow us here on SoundCloud at TheRealPineapple775. You can follow yours truly on the Twitter at JHunterRealPineapple. You can follow Scott Neerman. Scott, we miss you, bud. On Twitter at Neerman1st. And you can follow Mr. Colin O'Neill on Twitter at
The Real O'Neill.
Guys, thank you so much for listening. We will have a review up this weekend for 50 Shades of Darker. God help me. So I'm not looking forward to that. I'm going to see that shit like Saturday morning and just get it over with. But, so we'll have reviews up for that and for probably John Wick Chapter 2, but we got to get 50 Shades just done and over with and on our top 10 worst stuff for this year. So, guys, thank you so much. We'll talk to you guys next week.
Love you.
Oh, that was adorable, man.